Greetings everyone. This video is in discussion of the compensation agreement for a seller to buyer's broker. This is a little bit different than the listing broker or the seller's broker to buyer's broker. This particular agreement is if the seller is going to be compensating the buyer's broker directly. You would use this specific agreement. If the seller is compensating the buyer's broker directly, the listing broker is not compensating the buyer's broker, or the seller's broker is not compensating the buyer's broker. It's seller to buyer directly. It's a little bit different. Maybe it's a little bit confusing, but keep it simple. This is the agreement for when the seller is just going to compensate the buyer's broker directly. So let's get straight into filling this document out. The buyer's broker, let's just put our company name here. And then you have the seller. You put the seller's information here, whether it's a person or an entity. You just put their name there. Simple enough. Your company name, the seller's name here. The property address, as I state in all my videos, write the full property address. Don't leave out the city and state and the zip code. Write the whole thing. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I see so many realtors and agents, they don't write the full address. You need to write the full property address. City, state, and zip code. Don't just write the street that it's on. Don't leave out the street, or don't leave out the house numbers. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I see this mistake all the time. Fill out the full property address so there's no discrepancies. Now, once you have the address in, if the property's listed by a seller's broker, that means there's a listing brokerage representing it, and you'll put that brokerage name here. Let's say it's listed by I don't know, let's just make up a company name, but that you would put the listing brokerage's information there, their company name. But keep in mind, this particular agreement is when the seller is compensating the buyer's broker directly. So they may have a seller's broker or a listing broker, but that doesn't, this document states that the listing broker is not compensating the buyer's broker. The seller is compensating the buyer's broker. If you're a member of our brokerage and you need further clarification on that, you could feel free to contact us and we'll be happy to answer your questions. So the term, as I say in all my videos, I don't like to leave things blank, so I'll just put 30 here. You could put 45, 60, whatever number for the term here. I'm just going to write 30 as a placeholder. You could read through this paragraph if you'd like to, but it's just stating the term of the agreement. So we'll just write 30 and move on to the compensation paragraph. So here's, you'll write how much the buyer's broker is going to receive in compensation from the seller directly. It could be a flat fee. If that's the case, you check mark this and write the flat fee amount of whatever it is, $10,000. You could write, $5,000, whatever the amount is, it'll be the flat fee amount. So you just put it there. If it's not a flat fee and you're doing a percentage of the sales price, you'll check mark the next paragraph. 2%, 3%, 4%, whatever you're charging. And then over here, if there's an additional fees, you'd write it here as well. If there's an extra $500 fee, $300 fee, you'll put it here as well. And that's for the percentage of the gross purchase price. If there's anything else, you could have the other paragraph down here and fill it out and specify. There's also the other terms here if you need to put some other terms. I'm not going to go over that. But if you're a member of our brokerage and you're trying to do something specific, you contact us and we'll be happy to guide you further. But for the purpose of this video, you could do the flat fee or the percentage amount here plus anything additional. And then you could use these paragraphs as you need for anything else to specify. Other than that, you have the dispute resolution, arbitration paragraph. Make sure everyone initials this for arbitration. I highly recommend it. The seller will initial here, and the buyer's broker, authorized associate, will initial down here. And that's it. Other than that, you'd have the seller sign this and then the broker sign and date it. Make sure everyone initials at the bottom of each page down here, as you can see. There's one on the first page as well. This is only a 2-page agreement. So that's it. Remember, this particular agreement is used for the seller compensating the buyer's broker directly, and the listing brokerage does get listed here if there is a listing broker or a seller's broker, as it states here, but this particular agreement is when the seller is compensating the buyer's broker directly. And this is how you fill it out. Just make sure everyone initials where they're supposed to, and signs and dates it, and that's pretty much it for this agreement. We'll see you in the next video.